Hey you guys, it's Nathan back with another video. Today we're looking at the BEACN mic. My brother just recently purchased this BEACN mic for $275, and the question is it worth it? I've got the BEACN software pulled up today. We have the mic itself. Let me just run over the build real quick, and then we'll hop into the microphone, whether it's worth it. My current setup that I have is about a $200, $250 setup with an Audio-Technica AT2020 XLR to my Focusrite. It's a 2i4, I believe. Yeah, a 2i4 audio interface in there. That's what I run basically everything off of. I might upgrade the mic down the road, but is this the mic that someone should buy? So let's begin. My brother, he's using it for like game chat and going to be multi-purposes for different things. I know he does some streaming sometimes. But he just wanted a mic that was super simple, that would work. So let's hop in it and see what this mic can do. So we have the mic itself. Looks kind of like a Shure SM7B, but only $275 versus the $350 or something that SM7B comes in at. It is fully USB, so USB-C goes to like a 10-foot long cable that goes right into your PC. Then it has an audio jack, which actually does play audio really well. If you have some high-end headphones, it should be able to power those just fine. Not a problem with that. But those are the two ports down there. There's no other switches or adjustments you can make on the mic there. It's all in software. So let's begin. We hop into the software here, and we've got the microphone, and we have like the default profile. You can switch between a lot of different profiles if you want. And then you have these 5 different circles here that you can go and adjust different things. So you have the mic, and we don't have the interface with it, so you all have to do it on the PC itself or your computer. So we hop into here. We've got this mic. This is where you would do all your adjustments for the sound or the pickup patterns or things like that, or known as the EQ. So there's some presets in here. I was actually kind of surprised there aren't more presets. So there's like no EQ. So nothing's happening. There's no adjustments happening, just clean, raw. Then you have this low broadcast voice. So, this is maybe something you might hear more like a radio voice sound, things like that. Or you can go to the high broadcast voice. And these different adjustments are just styles of how the sound is coming. It's turning up certain frequencies, turning down others, things like that. And you can adjust it however you want, and you can move those pickup patterns. So I can turn certain ones way up, and I can drop other ones really, really low. And you can add bands, you can do whatever you want, and you can really make it sound just however you want it to. And it's neat to be able to see a lot of this stuff live and able to see what it looks like with all these different adjustments, because yes, you see the pickup pattern here, but then down below you get to see the overall volume that you're getting. There's stuff like noise suppression, expander, compressor, headphones. You can look at a lot of different things happening, and it's happening live. What's nice about this is it reminds me of like mirrorless cameras. Mirrorless cameras, when like you're taking a photo or you're filming something, what's nice is you can see all the adjustments you're making live on the viewfinder, and what's great, or on the screen there. And what's great is, yeah, you're making adjustments and you're like, okay, do I need to turn it this way for more light or less light? Versus oftentimes when you were using like a DSLR and you'd have to take the photo to see, hey, how did that photo turn out? And then you got to adjust it. Instead, you're looking at it live, where in this, you're looking at it live. You're not just staring at some knobs or, server rack full, audio rack full of different EQ stuff and saying, oh, do I need to turn this down, turn this up? It's nice to see it all here. So I think it's actually a pretty good experience to see it this way. The real question for me would be like, hey, could I just like use this software without the BEACN mic, or what software might be similar to it? So we'll have to do some diving into that stuff. Maybe it's Adobe Audacity or Adobe Audition, things like that. So you have these different adjustments you can make, changing the frequency, adjusting the gain, and you're able to see like when you might be getting close to peaking, because you got this orange mustard color. That is the peaking section, so you can see that. But yeah, you can adjust a bunch of different stuff. Ooh, there's a limit to that. Yeah, but then there's like bass enhance, and there's different styles, and oh, what's the amount of bass enhance that you want. So that can actually be really neat to have that, because some people really like to hear a lot more bass. I remember one of my videos that's actually done really well on the channel was actually when I had a sore throat and my voice was super low. Or maybe I was sick and my voice was super low. Really interesting how that video did really well. So maybe adding some bass can be a helpful thing here. So we can kind of make some adjustments. Okay, but moving back to all that fun stuff. And can I adjust this back down to 9? Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Okay, sweet. Yes, okay, moving back. So that was this first page here, and there's a lot of things to adjust in here. Like you can check out how your noise is. So if we're completely silent, should be allowing me to take a snapshot of the audio. I don't know. But basically, it's going to try to cut out background noise, things like that, just to make it sound as good as possible. Compressor, expander. But yeah, definitely a lot you can dive into here. Next, you have the light, which you can adjust this to whatever you want it to be. You can do different solid colors and adjust that. That's pretty quick and simple. There are gradients, which I think are fun to be able to do that. So like you can do a blue and yellow. All right. You can do sparkle, you can do spectrum color, solid color, things like that. But what I like about this is if you had a color or branding that you wanted to keep consistent, you can do that. So it's just a fun thing that you have on there. Mixer is kind of interesting. So if I have the mixer hooked up correctly and I select the Beacn mic, I can hear what is going on here, and I can adjust this down, adjust it down really low, or I can adjust it back up to where it needs to be. So that's nice that you can make those different adjustments. And then you can have it where, oh, you have chat, music, and system. And this is basically what their interface is doing. Their interface is just sitting there, and you're able to adjust this screen, but on just a little monitor thing, their little interface there. So that's nice that there is that interface system. And that would actually be something that would be interesting to see. Hey, you buy the interface system, you have access to software, you can hook up any mic. That would be neat. Just because I think their real claim to fame is this software saying, hey, this software is really good. Okay, so we have that stuff taken care of, and then I don't think, yeah, because you can add your music, your system, all this different stuff, get to where you want it to be. Okay, so that's really good. And then you have the settings over here of when it turns on, and if you wanted to opt into the beta and things like that. Update the firmware if it needs a firmware update. So what are my thoughts on this? I think what this is basically someone who says, hey, I want to make a one-time purchase and I want my mic to be good. I want it to be good, ready to roll. Here we go. What I would say is, unfortunately, Beacn, I don't believe it's a software that's been around long enough, or a company that's been around long enough to really have a solid reputation versus companies like Audio-Technica, Sennheiser, Shure, the companies that have been around forever and have done incredible work, and their stuff is solid, versus something like this where they say, hey, this looks like the SM7B. We market it for streamers, people who just want to plug stuff in and get it running. The thing is, people who really do care about how good their audio sounds probably are getting other mics besides this one. But if you want something all in one package that works, yeah, this is an option out there, but there are definitely many other options out there as well. When I was kind of gearing up, looking up information about this video, there was different YouTube channels that really did a great deep dive on this mic, comparing it to others. And really what I gathered from their different videos was looking at it and saying, this mic sounds good. There's some fun EQ stuff that you're able to work to try to get a good sound. It's nice with the RGB. For the price, there's other mics out there that probably do it better. But some people just really get sold on, hey, this is just something simple that can work. But yeah, if you want unbelievable audio quality, you're going to be looking to save up and buy an XLR setup. and then you have an upgrade path down the road, where for this one, you buy this and you're basically done. You can buy that interface thing to go along with it, but that's basically it. It's just dialing your settings the best you can, but there's no real upgrade path down the road. But yet, yeah, you could sell it and then recoup the cost. Nonetheless, for me personally, I have some different inexpensive USB mics that I have that I can just plug and play at different times. But for something like your setup, trying to get the best audio possible, really going XLR using a legit interface is the best way to go. But those are just my thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.